Joe Sparks, and I'm going to tell you how to get a job using Craigslist. Now, I'm going to start with the cliff notes so you can just watch this first part, and if you get the idea, you can just go. But if you stick around, I'm going to explain myself much better. So, this is all there is to it. This is my only unique idea here. Get ready for Monday morning, because Monday morning is the most important day to get the new job postings, to be ready for them. At 8 a.m. or earlier on Monday in your area, respond immediately to new job postings as soon as they come in. That's it. You see them, you're refreshing, you see them, you look, is this for me? Yes. Go to your cover letter and your resume, adjust it just right for that, and send it. Next, I'm going to explain why that's so important and so effective. But first of all, I want to tell you that I've been on both sides of this. I've hired in my long career at least 100 people in many different companies, and a lot of those I use Craigslist to do it. So I've gone through exactly the experience of the person hiring that I'm about to explain to you. I've also been on the looking for the job side, where I've been on Craigslist and I've gotten jobs many times over the last 10 years doing exactly what I'm about to tell you. I've already told you, you can go now if you get that. But let me, if you want to stick around, I'll give you some more details. So the strategy is right here. Get ready for Monday morning. Any morning is good, but Monday is especially good for getting a job. So over the weekend, you want to get ready. There's two things, the cover letter and the resume. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details because there's endless resources for writing the best cover letter and writing the best resume. Go out there, look at them. You can find them. Just make sure you have them. And in the best scenario, you have them in an email like this. You're all ready to go. You've got a template email. You're ready to fire things off for jobs that are coming in. But you've already got your cover letter, like a basic idea of a cover letter here. And you've got your resume right in an email, ready to go. So let me delete my personal information there. So here it is. Imagine this is a well-written out couple of paragraphs about, oh, I really would like to get this job because I'm really into this industry and I like all these things and I think you're the great company. I respect what you're doing. I'm really interested in X and Y. So it's all written out, and you're going to go in there and put the pertinent things in there before you send the letter, of course, but you just have it all ready to go. It's got to be ready to go in an email, ready to send. And you might want to have multiple drafts sitting in the drafts part of your email ready to go. So let me explain why this is so important from the person that's hiring. Now, on Craigslist, all these ads here, let's go into one of the marketing, PR, so on. These ads in a major area like San Francisco Bay Area or New York City or Los Angeles or Dallas, in the major areas where all the big companies like Apple and Google are and all the finance and all this stuff is going on, Craigslist charges for every job posting in that area. So somebody has to pay some money to put these things here. So they're serious. They're serious when they're posting these ads here. And I've done it many times. I have written my job description, and it's usually on a Monday morning is usually when it is, because you usually get the go-ahead, okay, on Monday, I want you to post that job. And internally, when you're at a company, like say a small company, and you get the go-ahead to hire someone new, there's usually a lot of very real reasons. They're overloaded. It's like, oh man, you've stressed everyone out to the point where it's like, oh, okay, we've got enough business now, our people are overloaded, it's time to hire someone. So it usually hits a breaking point, and suddenly it's very important that we hire someone new quickly. In the case of small businesses, that's how it usually is. Larger businesses have a lot more leeway to do this, but in small businesses, it's usually you hit a breaking point and you want to hire someone right now. So if it's on you to hire someone, you need to write the best description, explain the job, what you're looking for, and so on. Then you get the company credit card and you get it all together, and then you pay and you post. And so you post this thing out there, and then as soon as you post, and I've been in this place many times. I've posted my job and I'm just sitting there. I'm hitting refresh on my email, waiting to see what comes in, and then boom, the first one comes in, and you jump on that first one that comes in, because you don't want to spend a lot of time hiring. Your dream is the right match is going to hit me right now. I posted, and wouldn't it be great if I got a great person right now? That's your hope. And if it doesn't happen, it's horrible, because what happens, you get 50, 60, 70, 100 responses, and all these emails come in, and you're like, oh, it's like an exhausting work. And you're just hoping that the first ones that come in, so you're very, very focused on the first responses come in. And if one of the first ones come in is a match, good resume, good cover letter, no misspellings, they followed all your instructions in your job posting, it's like a huge sigh of relief. You'll pick up that phone, you go, oh man, this could be the person, and call them right there. So like, this has happened to me before. I've posted my response to something I just saw immediately. I quickly sent it off, and 5 minutes later, I got a phone call, and I got an interview the next day. And that led to one of my really, really good jobs. And it's happened to me several times, because the psychology of the person trying to hire, and they don't want to waste a lot of time with this. They want to find a good person. Now, you have to be a good person. You have to be the good person for the job. You have to be the right fit. So when you're scanning these jobs and looking for a job for you, make sure you got to get very quick at viewing these things. So you look at these things and you say, okay, what are they looking for? Develops creative retail, blah, blah, blah. At least 3 years experience successfully managing marketing programs. I got that, So you look at these things. Oh, I got that. Maybe not this, but I got all this. Oh, I definitely got this. So you look at these things, and as soon as you see it, you grab that email, you run your email program, post the email there, change the job description to whatever it is they're asking for. Adjust your cover letter to, I want this job, right here. Put it in there, customize it quickly, and send. And try to get in there within that first 30 minutes of when they posted the job. That's when you're going to have the maximum attention of the people looking for you. Now, with that being said, I want to talk a bit about some of the things that people do when they're posting jobs here. So they, a lot of cases, they will get 100 or 200 responses. So they'll do lead people out, or just make it easier. They'll put some instructions in there. Here's one of the very common instruction that they'll ask of you. They'll say very clearly, they'll say like, send your cover letter and resume to this address, and put in the subject line, I want a job with you, or I want a marketing job at super firm, or whatever. They'll say it. They'll say, make sure you name the email. The subject line of your email should read, and they'll say something very specific. So you got to be very careful that you don't blow that instruction or any other instruction. Sometimes they make you jump through a lot of hoops, but the most common are subject line, or they'll say, I want a resume as a PDF, or I want a resume as a doc, or I want a resume as a plain text file. And the reason why they're asking for these specifics is not because they're so freaking out about PDFs or love docs. It's because they want to see if you will follow instructions. They want to see if you'll do exactly what they're asking for. So don't blow those very specific asks, because what it does is it weeds out a lot of the respondents. So if they don't write the subject heading the way they should, it's just an easy thing. It's like delete, 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 delete. You just clear them out, because obviously they didn't care enough to read the job posting fully and respond to it in the way that you asked. It's a very effective way of weeding out a lot of people. It's just give them some things to do and see if they do it. It's like a test. But it's important. It's important to see if people read and comprehend and follow instructions. So make sure you don't blow all that. So in your rush to get your cover letter adjusted and make sure this is the right job for you and that you have all the skills and stuff, then make sure you don't overlook some very specific things that they're asking you to do. And okay, now I've got a few other notes about doing this. A lot of the people posting on Craigslist are recruiters. So they may be posting about a very specific job that they're looking for exactly this person. However, they're recruiters. So they may have 100 jobs, or they may have tons of jobs that they're trying to fill, and new jobs coming in every day that they're trying to fill. So what's so great about responding to as many people as you can is a lot of these recruiters will go, and this has happened to me exactly. I responded to one job, and then they called me about another. So they put me aside in a little slot that said, well, this guy is good for, I think I know what this guy is good for. He's not right for this one, but I think I got something that he is right for. And then they called me and said, I think I have a great opportunity for you. So I'd say probably a third of the postings on Craigslist are from recruiters who have lots of jobs to fill. Now, there's something else I want to tell you. when you go in Craigslist and go to a sector, I mean, me personally, I've been in the intersection of technology and arts, which often puts me in advertising, puts me in some sort of maybe design sometimes. I've done games, I've done animation, I've done advertising. But when you come to a job posting, let's say you know what you can do, but you're wondering where you should develop. Well, Craigslist is a perfect place to find out what you should develop. So I'm just randomly going here and looking at some jobs here. Skills: Photoshop, Visio, Omnigraphal, and/or Illustrator. So this is what they're looking for. So if you think you want to be a UI visual designer in the Creative Circle Peninsula, whatever, they're telling you right here, you need to know Photoshop, Visio, Omnigraphal, and/or Illustrator. So there's a clue. But the thing is you don't just go on one, you go on multiple ones. You go look at everything. What are these people looking for? These people are not looking for a lot. Let's go to this one, 2D animator. You need to be able to do visual effects, props, and so on. Now look at this. Here's what I was saying. Please attach your resume as a PDF and/or Word doc and your portfolio and send to this. So look at this. Yeah. So there we go. That's a perfect example of special requirements. Okay, these guys, motion graphics. They want Final Cut, Avid Edit Suites, well-versed in chroma key, green screen work, rotoscoping, and so on. So if you're wondering what you need to brush up on, After Effects, Cinema 4D, you go and look at all these job postings over and over again, and this is clues for what people are hiring in, what they're looking for. If you look at this, if you spend a few days looking at the new job postings on Craigslist, let's go, especially in software and stuff like that, or web info design, you will see, let's see, user experience designer. Look at that, salary 95 to 120K. Looks like a good job. So you just keep reading these and you're seeing what they're looking for, and you use that as a clue to where you want to develop. Look at this, JavaScript, CSS, HTML. Nice to have, web accessibility. Look at these salaries, man. Huge, plus a bonus on top of your salary. Fully paid benefits, 401k. Dude, there's so many great jobs out there. So just study these. Look what they're looking for. They want Microsoft Office. They want some experience at a creative agency and things like that. So just look at these and try to summarize in your mind what are, oh, these guys got a lot of things they're looking for. Required skills education. They've got a lot of things. Look at this. They want Photoshop, Flash, action scripting, Illustrator, Dreamweaver, Fireworks, CSS, HTML knowledge, and so on. So in all these different career categories, you can find out what people are hiring for, what they actually want, what they're looking for. So as you're developing your career, you should keep in touch with what people are looking for and try to develop your skills in that area. So just to quickly summarize, if you want to find a job now in the skills that you have now, get your cover letter together, make it good, short, not too crazy, just a nice summary, and have it where you can customize it for the job. In the best case scenario, you could also go jigger your resume a little bit too. You could go delete something that's not important for this job and amp up, maybe describe more about something that is directly relevant to this job. But at least the cover letter you want to customize, say like, oh my God, I'd be great for this company. You guys you're doing exactly what I want to do. And I've done the same thing for these people and these people, and I can nail this thing. You want to be very confident in your cover letter that you are the right person for the job. And you just want to be there and be hopefully the first person to respond to the job that's posted at the moment it's posted. That's my best skill. It's worked for me many times. Thank you for listening.